I'm so excited to share what I got up to in the last 2 weeks. So I attempted a couple new tricks, and these included skating a rail, doing some nose slides, and so much more. So first of all, let's start off with the rail. My goal is to try and frontside 50-50 this rail, but obviously 50-50ing a rail isn't just something I can go into. It obviously takes work and I need to build myself up to get to that point. So almost every single day I've been working on my 50-50s on this ledge to prepare me for the rail. So overall, my 50-50s on a ledge are getting much better, but my goal now is to try and grind the entire ledge, because at the moment I think I'm only grinding about less than half of the ledge. So I really need to focus on picking up my speed now and really just sending it across the entire ledge and gliding through it. Okay, so now it is rail time, and I can't lie, this is probably the scariest thing I've done in skateboarding up until this point. Just looking at a rail and just approaching that and popping onto it is just something I just need to really get over. Just like every single time, I can't commit to the trick, and whatever I plan on doing it in my head, I just can't do it physically on a board. For example, with the back foot now, every single time I just can't keep my back foot on the board, so I'm always stepping off to save myself from falling. So I suppose with the rail, it's all about getting over that fear of falling over, and maybe I do need to take some falls. I don't really know, I just got a lot to work on there. Alright, so next up, I went for the backside and nose slide. But before we get onto that, I need to tell you right now that I've just dropped one of the best online skateboarding communities. As a fellow beginner skateboarder, I know how difficult these early stages are in your skateboarding journey, which is why I've built the Progression Club. The online community built to keep new skateboarders motivated and consistent with their progress. Now, what makes this skateboarding community different to other skateboarding communities? It is the fact that I'm still very early on in my skateboarding journey, and I've created this specifically for other new skateboarders, so you can hear a relatable and first-hand experience from somebody who's in a similar position to you. Now, because this community is brand new, I'm giving the power to the first few people that join to tell me what they want to see in this community. I'll be dropping exclusive skateboarding related videos oftenly on that community. So whatever you want, I will deliver. And I wanted to make this as cheap as possible, because all I want to do is to help the new skateboarders stay motivated and become the best versions of themselves in skateboarding. So it's literally only £1 to join, and if you're in the USA, that's only $1. As soon as you join, you'll get access to skateboarding related videos which will never ever be seen on YouTube, because they're exclusively for the community. For example, one of the videos in there is about me overcoming my skate park anxiety, and of course there's more stuff there to watch, as well as a lot more stuff to come in future. So if you are a new or beginner skateboarder and you want to hear the honest, truthful and relatable side of skateboarding, which nobody ever really talks about, coming firsthand from another new skateboarder, in order to help you progress and stay motivated throughout your skateboarding journey, make sure you check it out by clicking the first link in the description. Now back to the skating. Now first of all, can somebody tell me if a nose slide is easier to do on a flat ledge or an angled ledge? Because I went into this thinking that doing a nose slide would be much easier on an angled ledge, but I don't really know, so somebody will have to let me know. Anyway, so I tried to do the nose slides, but these are much harder than I thought they were. I might sound a bit arrogant saying this, but I just thought a nose slide was easier to do than a 50-50, and especially as this ledge isn't that high, I just thought I'd be able to do it first try, but I got humbled massively. However, I didn't give in, I kept on trying, and I kept on doing what I can to try and get a nose slide, but I just wasn't getting very far with it. So I'm definitely going to have to go back, watch some tutorials, get some advice from the internet, and I'm definitely going to come back to that in future. So my next goal in skateboarding is to try and do a frontside 180 on a bank. So first of all, I did some frontside kick turns on a bank just to get used to the motion of turning and rotating on your back. And my frontside kick turns are good enough, so I have potential in getting this trick. So next up, I just tried to do some ollies on a bank. So forget about the 180, forget about the turning. I just wanted to practice ollieing on a bank because I've never done that before. And to be honest, this was quite difficult at first. And the only reason why is because I've only ever done ollies on a flat ground surface. So when it comes to doing it on something that has a gradient to it, it just took some getting used to. Because first of all, popping it felt completely different because I realized that I have to lean back a little bit more when I'm popping it. And also, leveling out the board was another challenge as well because it's not a flat surface. And also landing it was kind of difficult as well because the board would just naturally roll back. So I just gave these loads and loads of attempts until I could get it. But then eventually I managed to land the ollie on the bank and I was getting some good height to it as well. So I was quite happy with that. So then I decided to try it on an even steeper bank. And again, this was quite a challenge. But then eventually I managed to land it somehow. So I have no complaints of that, and I kind of surprised myself there because I really didn't think I was going to get an ollie on the bank. Okay, so I got the frontside kick turn locked in, and I got the ollie on the bank locked in. So all I got to do now is put them together, and then I can see a frontside 180 on the bank. That's pretty easy, I guess. What am I talking about? It's skateboarding. Nothing is easy. But before I did these frontside 180s on the bank, I obviously had to touch up on my frontside 180s on the flat ground. So I did loads of attempts of those, and I guess they're looking okay. I'm getting good balance on them, and I'm starting to land it more consistently. So I think I'm ready to go onto the bank and try these. So if you want to see me hit some frontside 180s on the bank and watch my skateboarding progress, and then make sure you hit that subscribe button. And also I've got a daily skateboarding series going down on my Instagram, so make sure you follow me on there too.